Thanks.
Please, a warm welcome for JP. Take it away, sir.
Thanks. I'm probably the only engineer in the room. I hope it doesn't matter. And if you mean everything you said about Google in the previous presentation, you're probably going to like this. So what is Brave? Brave is a web browser used by about 65 million people worldwide. It was founded by Brendan Eich, who also happened to have invented JavaScript, the stuff that you use to carry all the trackers and analytics that you do. After he left Netscape, he went to found Firefox, and Brave is his third browser. Brave Search is a default search engine in Brave. It's 100% independent from Google and Bing, so it's not like DuckDuckGo, just a shell above Bing. And it has AI built in. As you type queries, it will basically have an LLM that will try to answer your question and then give you advertising or organic results. We serve about 10 billion queries a year worldwide. That's about 3 billion in the US, 2 billion in Europe, 5 billion in the rest of the world. I want to go through the history of search a little bit to show you how we come to this sort of AI and search world. Pre-Google, that's even pre-Inktomi as well, keywords were simply the rankings were based on keywords, TF-IDF. If you wanted to do SEO, you would put a bunch of keywords, preferably invisibly on the page, like white on white, and then hope that that worked. And SEM, there was this small company called goto.com that would sell you essentially a keyword, and that's where keyword advertising was essentially invented. Didn't work very well. Google in the 2000s, what they did, they basically started ranking according to the anchor text on pages that link to you, which was a true revolution, absolutely not to be underestimated. It was a simple idea, but very, 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 very well done. SEO was all about links, so if people were linking to you, you would win these terms, and if they were not linking to you with these terms, you would not win. So if you were the best restaurant in New York, that only counted not if you said that on your web page, but if someone else said it on their page and linked to you. SEM was all about keywords and auction. That's still how people mostly think about how Google advertising work, but it doesn't really work like this anymore. Distribution was all via other browsers because Google had trouble actually finding users. People don't remember that, but it wasn't super easy for them to find users because you needed to go to Google. Just like today, you have to go to ChatGPT. It doesn't come to you. And that's why they invented Chrome, and that's the second part of Google history, where distribution was mostly done via Chrome and huge amounts of money paid to Apple. In fact, today there's a big trial where the final arguments are being made about this problem of Google just basically paying everyone off so that they're the only game in town. Ranking mostly based on a mysterious formula, but the mysterious formula is quite simple. It's basically everything that people do in Chrome because they basically spy on you, right? So if they try to put something on top, you click on it, you go there, you come back 5 seconds later, they know all of that, and eventually you get deranked. So it's not really a mysterious formula, it's just based on just total spying on everyone that surfs the web. SEM involving more towards automated system. There's a lot of reason for this. It would take me hours to explain why that is. But essentially, bottom line is search engines. Good search engines do know better what link people are going to click and what is going to achieve the best conversions and CTRs. A little bit of a side note here. Search invented AI, but ads really, really, really use AI. So Google Ads is probably the biggest model in existence next to ChatGPT. It is excellent at estimated CTR, so it's going to know exactly how many clicks you're going to have, and that allows them to essentially predict which ads to show. But participation rules overall. So they realized a few years back that if the winner was taking all the clicks, then the other ones would stop participating again. And so there is some randomness in there that the winner gets taken out of the auction every once in a while, and then the second winner gets taken out of the auction. So it became a fairly random system with a huge AI model behind it that indicates which ad will be shown. Looking at Brave Search, it's actually a bit older than people think. It was founded by me in 2008 in Germany, where Firefox was nearly 90% market share there, and we had to deal with Firefox to become their default search engine. Unfortunately, life turned a bit different when Google sort of took over Firefox again, and Firefox lost their market share. Ranking is based mostly on AI models, strains of years and decades of search data, so very difficult to do SEO on it. SEM is we just have one ad, so you can book it for. If you book it now, you will be the only game in town when it comes to ads. Distribution is 96% in the Brave browser itself. The Brave browser is a browser that blocks ads, so this is a very difficult place to reach people, except if you use our tools and our ad systems. So now AI is coming, and people were a bit quick to conclude that search was therefore dead. But you have to understand that search engines, when we build them, we think of it just as a box where people type whatever they want, and we're going to give it to them, right? So AI is still roughly that, except it writes the text instead of finding links. And distribution is still key, and I think people will start to realize this in the next few months, that whoever as the user is going to get the winner, is going to be the winner on AI. So Apple has the users, and maybe they do a deal with ChatGPT, or maybe they do a deal with Google, but they will be the winner of the people who have iPhones. And Google still understands that game the best. Queries that are suited for AI are not necessarily the queries that are commercial, nor the navigation ones. So AI is not really good at this. And 18% of the queries are commercial, and they are really, really not great for LLM-type answers. So there is still a big world of SEM going that will continue to exist. The minority of queries that are well suited for AI are in two types. Stuff you need the best model for, currently ChatGPT, and stuff that you do not. And that's a lot of it. And we still haven't really figured out where AI will live in the future. Will it live in your operating system? So will it be Siri kind of in Apple, and will it be whatever Google equivalent of Siri is on Android? Or is it going to be in your browser? Or is it going to be in your search engine? Most likely it's going to be pretty much everywhere, but it's not going to be a web page, right? So the Brave browser has the Leo model just living in your browser all the time, ready to start whenever you need it. And we have it in the search engine as our so-called summarizer, which basically just reads all of the results below the query and summarize it for you in a neat box on top. If you want to advertise in Brave Search, it's truly incremental because we block all the other ads, so it's very difficult to reach Brave users. We have extensive knowledge about what you advertise and where you lead traffic, so there's very little work for you to do. The Cliqz are basically the same quality as Google, and it's risk-free because we give you free trials. These are some of the advertisers that are advertising with us. It's pretty much a who's who of the search advertising world. If you want to try it out, search for me in the hallways, or search for Chris or Michelle from our team, and we'll help you out.
Thanks, JP. My question is, what took you so long? We've been sitting with this Google thing for so damn long. Come on, man.
You know, it takes a while to make a search engine. I started in 2008, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be a couple of years.
2008 to 24, that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Anybody have any questions for JP while we have him? If not, there's a question. Oh, Nobles. Nobles, dude, we've worked together for 20 years, and I've never seen your face until right now. This is amazing. Exactly. Here we go.
Hey, I'm a big fan of Brave. I have it on my phone, my browser, and I also
all
have
the cool
bat.
people do, I noticed.
All
really.
the cool people, thank you. Love it. How does BAT work into the Brave ecosystem?
So BAT is, so the original idea of, well, first of all, Brave is sort of in the same culture as the crypto culture, so we felt it was important to have a wallet in the browser in case website would develop use cases for it. So as browser developer, you tend to develop for a world that doesn't exist yet, right? So in 1996, you were creating a world for web pages. We didn't know L'Oreal would join, right? It was like people doing funny stuff that was poorly designed in gray over gray. But you kind of like create the tools so that everyone can do what they want, and then eventually they do, right? And so that's the same for crypto. We have a wallet in the browser. We have all kinds of distributed app, all of the technical terms that crypto people use. And then we did our own token many years ago. We had probably most successful ICO. It's like an IPO, but for tokens. I think we raised $30 million in 30 seconds or something crazy like this. And the BAT system is basically a reward system. So the users will either buy or collect BAT based on different actions that they do and can redistribute it to content creators. At least that's the theory. Again, as often in browsers, you kind of build a system and then you hope that people develop use cases for it and start to adopting it.
There's another question, wasn't there? Back, okay, real quick. No. Well, we got people watching. Millions of people on the live stream. Millions are watching. They get to hear from you. Let us know who you are.
Yeah. Mike Nunez from Ally Bank. Quick question, great presentation. How does Brave tie into multi-touch attribution models? And then also, what is the bidding strategies on your search engine?
So the first question about attribution is obviously a tricky one. So if you want to check whether you're prepared for the future of first party, just try advertising in Brave because we block most third parties, right? So you will see basically what you lose and whether you are prepared for the world without third party in the future. So we're not the cause of it. We are more like a canary in a coal mine. And when it comes to multi-touch attribution, etc., we are essentially the philosophy behind Brave is that we are all engineers, so we have a deep intuition and feeling about what's going on, right, when you are being tracked online. And our intuition is that if it happened to you in real life, the way it's happening online, you would not like it at all, right? You would absolutely not like it that you were in a restaurant last night and there were some guys talking on walkie-talkie looking at you and just reporting back to the center database. And then this morning when you went for a walk, these guys were still following you. You would not like that. And this is what's happening online in Chrome every day. And so we kind of block that and we say, as a marketer, you gotta have to live with some uncertainty, right? Like in the good old days. Because the system that we have built over the years, and I was part of that problem, is a system that basically promises performance and pure and absolute 100% transparency about measurement, but steals 85% of the budget that used to go from the advertiser to the publisher. So if that happens, you could basically use 5 times X the money in exchange for less tracking. I'm sure you'll have better performance, right? So I think we're going to see in the next few years, hopefully, I'm always a bit too quick in prediction, that we go back a little bit towards the past where it's not all about measuring absolutely everything and paying so much for the measurement that you basically just underinvest, basically, right? So multi-touch attribution, not so sure, right? Bidding, basically it's quite simple. In search, CTR, or the estimated CTR, is very, very important indicator of how much we believe it is relevant for the user. Your ad is going to provide an answer to the intent of the user. And then you have a CPC bid, so if you compete against someone else, the formula is really effective CTR times CPC, right? So if you are particularly relevant, so meaning you have, 15% CTR, and your competitor has 10% CTR, well, you're gonna have a 30% discount on your ad compared to them. Right? But what we want with the ad, we want the ad to solve the problem of the customer. So if you're looking for a concert seat, we're going to send you to StubHub, but we only want to send you if they have a seat. We have zero interest in making a buck by sending you to a place where it says, oh, sorry, sold out. Right? So we have a direct system with them where they tell us, I have a seat, I don't have a seat, I have a seat, I don't have a seat, because I'm not sending you traffic if you don't have a seat to sell. And if you Wayfair, which is one of our biggest customers, we only send you stuff if they have it, right? Because every time we send a user to an advertiser and somehow the user is not satisfied with what's going on, they become blind to our ads and we start to lose in the future. So that's basically eCTR times CPC, right? Nothing complicated.
Great stuff. Hey, thank you very much. We're actually going to take 10 or 15 minutes to have a coffee break and networking break. So grab JP. Do you have, where's Chris and Michelle? They're here as well, right?
Yes, Chris.
Right here. These are your brave folks.
Michelle.
So grab these guys at coffee break now. Thank you. Big round of applause for JP. Great job, man.